Well, we got a special treat tonight as we're sitting down now talking to one of the athletes from the Lorena Leopards football team, and I think I just woke him up. But welcome to the pregame show here before you guys play the La Vega Pirates. I'm talking to Kyle Perlowski. No, it's Perlowski. We'll talk about that a little later. Thanks for joining us, Kyle.
It's nice to be here.
All right, Kyle, first of all, let's talk about football. We'll get to serious stuff, and then we'll ask you a few questions. But Coach Biles, he had kind of told me that he moved you from defensive end to linebacker this year. Talk a little bit about the change, and do you like it, and have you kind of adjusted to that?
Well, it's a great – I love playing linebacker. I love playing DN too, but at linebacker, you do have a lot more responsibilities and stuff. And it puts you more in a leadership role, which took some getting used to, having to kind of call plays and stuff to make sure everyone's in the right position. But I think I definitely like linebacker more, even though I do miss defensive end every once in a while.
Well, which position did you get more hits on the runner?
Oh, definitely linebacker, because you're right in the middle, smack dab.
Well, now I said Perlowski there at the beginning because in one of the games, and man, I don't even remember, it escapes my mind now, but there was a game you popped the crud out of somebody right up in the middle, and as soon as you did, I said Perlowski on air, so we kind of call you Perlowski now because you got some big hits. I'm not sure if you remember that one, but got to be one of the funnest things about it is just putting a pop on somebody, isn't it?
Definitely. I love head up, helmet to helmet, because most of the time I feel like I come out on top on those, and it's just a great feeling coming away with a good clean hit.
Is it all right if I keep calling you Perlowski then?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm not going to tell you to stop.
All right, Kyle. Well, let's talk about, do you have a particular professional athlete, college athlete, doesn't matter, that you really like playing these days?
Well, I've been an A&M fan for as long as I can remember. Oh, man. And I know off the field he's a little crazy, but there's nobody who's as much fun to watch as Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, you're right, and that's not. I'm just not a big A&M fan overall, but you're right. He kind of what he does is keep it in perspective. I'm still a young guy in college. I'm not professional yet, so I'm not going to act like it. But he is a damn good player. All right, let's talk about your senior this year here at Lorena. You've been here your whole life, right?
Since first grade, yes, sir.
All right. You got any plans? Maybe what are you planning or wanting to do, or maybe trying to do after you graduate from Lorena?
Hopefully, I want to attend Texas A&M at Galveston and major in marine biology and see where that takes me.
All right.
It's always been something I wanted to do.
All right. Who's your comrade on the team? Who's the guy you kind of hang around with and joke with a lot on the team? You got any of the guys that just you're always hanging around with and goofing off with?
Probably Chase Campbell a lot. He's my other linebacker, and then me and Cody Williams are our left end. We hang out a lot. And then my right end, too, Chance Feldman. I'm pretty close with our entire team, so there's a real tight sense of community in that locker room.
Now, who's the big jokester of everybody, not just maybe those guys, but in the locker room, would you say there's one guy that sticks out that's just always a nutcase and always maybe pulling some pranks or being a jokester?
Probably Bobby Strahan. He's kind of out there. He's a character.
Well, when you're a guy like that just goes 90 miles an hour, he's kind of that Bill Bates or just kind of goes at you, Palomalo. He just kind of goes. I'd hate to be hit by him. Have you ever been hit by him?
I think actually he gave me a pretty good pop during practice this week. I wasn't expecting it.
Oh hell, we don't want that. All right, well, what's your favorite? You said A&M as far as what's your professional team? Who do you like in the professional ranks of the NFL?
I guess the Cowboys. I'm not huge into professional football, but I was born in Dallas and I've just lived in Texas my whole life, so I'm gonna have to go with the Cowboys.
And is football your only sport, or what others do you play?
Just football.
Really? Yeah. So I was going to ask what's your favorite sport, but obviously it's going to be football. So after football's over, are you pretty much going to just go and just start sleeping and getting fat and hanging out?
I don't want to get fat. I want to try to stay in shape. Sleeping would be nice, though.
I can tell. Hell, I had to wake you up just to get an interview at freaking, 5 o'clock? No, you got a game tonight. Who's your biggest rival, personally?
I think this year, probably Robinson, because... Yeah, definitely Robinson.
You don't have to harp if you don't want to make hurt feelings, but, we asked that to the O-line at the start of the season, and they it was all Robinson. There was a few China Springs. But in this district, it is really tough because Just like tonight, La Vega coming in. Those guys are huge rivals.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to beat them, but it is tough, isn't it?
I don't really consider them rivals as much because my past 2 years I've played them. I have tremendous respect for that team, and I honestly love playing La Vega. I always have great time, great game playing them.
Well, what about that Harris Coleman dude? I mean, have you had to tackle him too?
We don't tackle him. We just hit and wrap up.
Leave him
We're not
alone.
allowed to bring him to the ground, rightfully so. But yeah, he knows what he's doing.
All right. Well, unfortunately, Kyle, you've heard that next year they're going to have like pro turf, and they're going to have a nice press box. Does that kind of make you mad? Now they do it?
A little bit. I mean, it would have been nice, but I love our field, honestly.
All right, Kyle, I want you to give some shout-outs. Well, first, before you give your last shout-outs here, do you have a girlfriend?
I do.
And she is who?
Avery Bardales.
Oh, yeah. How long y'all been together?
9 months.
Wow, really?
Yep.
All right, cool. So what I want you to do here as we end things is give a shout-out to the folks that make it happen for you in life. There's always people behind the scenes that really are special to you. Obviously, sometimes family and friends. But just give a shout-out to all the folks that really have helped you be who you are and get you through these times here at Lorena.
Definitely my mom, dad, Dana and Brett Perlowski, my brother, my grandparents, and Coach Phil and Coach Snodgrass. They're my defensive end when I was a defensive end, and my linebacker coaches, and they've definitely helped me develop as a player. So, and Little League, going way back, Coach.
Little League, okay.
Yeah, talking about the Little League, Coach Sloniker. He was something, but he really knew what he was doing, and I think he honestly played a pretty big part in who I am as a football player. Again,
And one quick question I'm throwing: does Coach Blanchard just scare the hell out of you?
he's a pretty tough dude. I wouldn't fight him.
I love Coach Blanchard. I covered a lot of baseball for Lorena and stuff, and I'd go do interviews with him, and I'd be like, Coach, No, he's a great guy. Well, Kyle, we really appreciate you spending a little time with us here before the night's game with La Vega, and we wish you nothing but the best success here on out.
Thank you.